What's up my loves, my name is Paige, this is Pages with Paige, and today we're going to be doing my December TBR. Hello my darlings, welcome to this video. Today I want to talk through the books that I'm planning to read for Merry Bookmas. This is a readathon created by Completely Melanie, and I'm one of the co-hosts for this year, and so very excited. I'm going to talk through the prompts and the books that I have assigned for them, and there might be a couple of switch outs. I do have a lot of options for a lot of the different ones, and I'm trying to reach a lot of goals by the end of the year. So we'll see how we go. I believe in myself. Whether that's delusional or not, it remains to be seen. And I'll leave a link below to Melanie and the other co-hosts as well. For our first prompt, that is Star, and that is to read the group book, and that one is How My Neighbor Stole Christmas by Megan Quinn. I don't know anything about it aside from it's a Christmas romance, it's got a Christmas tree on the cover. I think I'm gonna have a really good time. I usually don't read seasonally, but Merry Bookmas has got me in the spirit, so we might see a couple more like this. I do think that this will be a very entertaining read, and I'm just curious to see how we go. It does say that it's the first in a series. I don't know how I feel about this, but we'll find out together. And then we will be doing a live show to discuss the book. There won't be the author chat this time around, just for schedule's sake, but we will have a chat about this, which I'm very excited to be able to talk to everyone about. For prompt number 2 is Nutcracker, and that's to read a book that features a battle or a war. I'm going with Arch Enemy by Frank Better because this is the final installment in the Looking Glass Wars. Shit's gone down since the first one. I really enjoyed the first one when I read it, and I reread it again, I think in 2022 to finally conclude the series. It's still here. I swear to God, if I go into 2026 with this book on my TBR, I'm gonna be mad at myself. So this definitely fulfills the prompt. Like, I've got a Nutcracker on the front cover. It couldn't fit any more perfect. Next up is Tinsel, which is foil on the cover. And please bear with me because I'm going with Scavenge the Stars by Tara Sim. There is like a tiny itty bit of foiling on the cover there. But the other thing that I'm counting is this little design here. This is foiled, like genuinely foiled. And yep, this is one that I want to read for bookish peeps, so I want to get to this for the asexual representation. So I was going to fit it on anywhere I possibly could, so I think this will suit it well. I genuinely have no idea about the plot for this. Like, oh, it's a duology and a gender swapped retelling of the Count of Monte Cristo, which I've now read, so I think I might enjoy this more. We'll see how we go. Number 4 is Garland. So that is with a book with a design that wraps around, whether it be on the cover of the book or the actual book itself. So I'm going with Dark by Angie Sage, which is the 6th in the Septimus Heap series. The design wraps the entire way around. I don't think, oh, it does. It's on the actual book itself. Oh my God, I didn't check that. Ha! Like I said, this is the 6th book in the series though. We've come a long way from Septimus Heap starting out his magical journey, and we just continue to get into shenanigans. They are easy to read, even though they are quite thick, but I have a good time. I do only have 2 books left, and I think I'm hitting the point where I'm ready to conclude this. This is the oldest book on my TBR, so I would love to be able to check this off by the end of the year and not bring it any more years on. I think I got that in 2017. Number 5 is Snowflake, a book with a cold setting. I think by the looks of it, a very merry romance by Lyssa Kay Adams looks Christmassy, and Christmas in the Northern Hemisphere is cold. So I'm going with that. I might swap this for How My Neighbor Stole Christmas as well, pop that in just in case, but I'll have to read it and see if there's much discussion about the cold setting. Number 6 is Lights, and because they give off heat and it's hot where I am for Christmas, this is to read a book set in Australia. And this book has been haunting me. Well, yes, this book is going to continue to haunt me because I have just recently discovered that I am not going to be reading this in December. Instead, I will be reading Everyone in This Bank is a Thief by Benjamin Stevenson, which is the next installment in the Ernest Cunningham series, which I'm really excited to. I want to get that done to get caught back up on that series, but Jasper Jones is going back on the list for next year. There is reasons, but yeah. Next up, number 7 is Candy Canes, to read a sweet or a cozy book, and for that I'm going with Bringing Down the Duke by Evie Dunmore. This is for my Bookish Peeps challenge of reading a book that's comped to my first 5-star read of 2025 for Amy. This was compared to the Bromance Book Club because in the first Bromance Book Club they have a historical romance book as part of like learning how to treat a woman right, and this is a historical fiction, but it seems like a really feminist romp. I feel like the Bromance Book Club would read it, so they have been comped together, and I have wanted to pick the series up for a long time, so I'm really excited to be able to get to it. But I have no idea, not a single idea about any of the plot points. I think it's just going to be a fun time. Number 8 is Pinecone, and this is a book set in nature, so I'm going with The Tropics of Serpents by Marie Brennan. This is the second in the Memoirs of Lady Trent series. I loved the first one when I read it earlier this year, and I really want to continue on with the series before the end of the year, so I've got it in. She's going on another adventure and traveling into the wild. That's all I know, and oh my god, the first one was just an absolute ride. If you do like your dragon fantasy, but without dragons being the front and center, it's just like they're there, but also just like a feminist bitch being a badass woman and reflecting on it, being like, yeah, this is my life. Love it so much. Number 9 is Sleigh, and that's to read a book with transport on the cover, and for that I'm going with Time of Trial by Michael Prowl. There is a boat. I was really surprised when I picked this up and there was a boat, because not many things on my TBR has transport. Very excited to be able to get to this. This is the 4th in the Laws of Magic series. This is one series that I really wanted to make some more progress on this year, and it's hard because they don't have audiobooks, and I just refuse to sit down and read apparently. But I'm determined. This is the last time you will see this on a TBR, because I will read it. I do really enjoy Aubrey and George's friendship dynamic, and Caroline as well, and just a good fun time. The overarching plot of Aubrey and his issues caused by magical incident are always like, oh okay, are we going down this route? Okay, yep, scientific investigation, blows up in their face. Good fun time. The villain in this is also quite interesting. He is quite a caricature, so I'll be curious to see how we develop it in the last half of the series. Number 10 is Belle, to read a hyped book. For that, I'm putting on The Rebel Witch by Kristen Cicerelli. I have really wanted to finish off this duology this year. I will be so happy with myself if I make this happen. We're following Rune and Gideon. Shit's gone down, enemies to lovers, witch hunter vibes. It's just a really fucking glorious time. I so enjoyed the first one. I don't know where we're gonna end this duology and what shenanigans are gonna unfurl. I do find it interesting when you're like with small mortal enemies, but feelings. And I really enjoyed their banter and how much Rune played to the strengths of underestimating a woman because she comes off as an airy fairy, and how that backfires on people. But then also, you know, having to live with the reputation and how to navigate things yourself because you're trying to save the witches in this world. I'll be very curious to see where this all concludes. Number 11 is Wreath, and that is to read a book with a circle on the cover. I'm going to be reading both of these. Rebel in the Deep by Katie Robert or Tender Cruelty, also by Katie Robert. Both look like they have circular things on the cover. I want to read Rebel in the Deep to finish off the series, and also for an orange cover for TBR Cluedo, and I want to read Tender Cruelty for Herkiad new release. So that's how that all fits in. I definitely will probably read both of these. I love Katie Robert, so I'm ecstatic to be able to actually get to these and finish off the year on a high with that. Rebel in the Deep is the 3rd in the Crimson Sail series. I think this might also fit for Set in Nature because the past 2 we've been on a boat. I think we continue with this. I know there's a lot of rep in it. I'm excited to read it. I don't need to know anything else. Tender Cruelty is the 9th in the Dark Olympus installment. This is the 2nd last, and I'm shit scared. We have been progressing throughout the series and getting more and more intricately woven into the Dark Olympus world and the shit that goes down with that. The leaders of this world are named after the gods of the Greek pantheon, and just shit hitteth the fan at every left, right, and otherwise. I don't know which characters we're following. I did at one point. I currently don't know. I'm excited. I adore this series. I adore Katie Roberts' writing, so I'm ecstatic to finalize both these off. And then finally, for prompt number 12 is Present. Read a book that's been gifted to you or to give someone a book. I definitely will be gifting people books. That's no question. I do have a shit ton of books that have been presents to me that I still haven't got to, but for this one, again, this might swap out. We'll see. I'm going to put on Make the Season Bright by Ashley Herring Blake. This was gifted to me by my Secret Santa for last year, so I would like to read it this year while it's seasonally appropriate. I don't know how I've ended up with 3 Christmases. novels on here. Like, who am I? What is happening? I'm not a seasonal reader. Also, all of these are probably, this will actually snow, cold, setting. Yes, that one. This works for sure. I am very excited to read this. I don't know anything about the plot. I think second chance romance, potentially, or fake dating. I don't know, but I'm here for a good time. I think it's going to be fun. It's gay. I'm here. Like Ashley Herring Blake and Katie Robert, I'm having a good time this month regardless. So this plus my digital reads are the things that I want to get to for Merry Bookmas. Also, I have my Storygraph challenges that were a choice, and I have a lot of goals that I want to finish off before the end of the year. I will mention it could probably fit for cozy as well. Light from Uncommon Stars by Ryuka Aoki. Sorry for the pronunciation. This will also be the last time you see this on a goddamn TBR because I refuse to have it go over to next year. I do also want to read this for my Bookish Beeps for Ren's challenge of LGBT main characters, and I know that there's trans rep, and I do believe that this is own voices. This has been my like thing. I wanted to make sure that I was picking up LGBT reads by own voices authors that fit for the ones that Ren had mentioned. So we're getting there, and that's why I'm like not 100% confident on Tara Sim, but we'll see how we go. I will continue to do a little bit of research, is trying to find those that preferably that I own and our own voices. That has been why I'm now focusing on this on the second half of the year and concluding it off. It has been great. I have read some really good books for it. That is where these things lie. I've mentioned Turkey had a new release, and I think my Storygraph challenges concluding off as many series as humanly possible. Who knows, well, I'm adding another 4. It's fine. I still have like a whole list of things that I want to get to. So this will fluctuate. This will fluctuate, but we're just going to try our diddly darndest and have a fabulous seasonal time. I can't believe this is the last TBR for 2026. It feels so unreal at how this year has gone, how quickly it's gone, what's happened this year. We bought a fucking house. We went to Bali. I've got into like fallen down the absolute rabbit hole of cross stitch. Things have happened at work that have been amazing. Yeah, there's a lot. There is a lot, but I'm so grateful for all of it. It has, I know that 2025 hasn't been the best year for a lot of people, but I do feel like it's been a seriously good year for me. Aside from the hardships that happen, it makes me just appreciate now that it's on the up and up that much more. That is the Merry Bookmas TBR plus some extras, and who knows what else I'm going to throw in here because I'm a chaotic little gremlin. Well, it remains to be seen, but feel free to check in for my December wrap up in January. But yeah, this is the last home stretch, and I got a lot of Christmas reads to get me through. Feel free to let me know in the comments if you're going to be participating in Merry Bookmas and if there's a particular prompt that you're super excited to read. And if not participating, feel free to let me know what you're super excited to get to in December and what you're planning on reading that is just going to bring you so much joy for the end of the year. And I did hear somewhere, they were like, I want to end the year on a 5-star read. I'm like, now that you've put that in my brain, I'm screwed. Who knows what's going to happen. I'm just here for a glorious month, having fun with Merry Bookmas and the wonderful Melanie and my lovely co-host. I cannot wait. Like I said, feel free to let me know anything you want to let me know in the comments down below. And if you like this video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of this mess, feel free to subscribe. I'd like to see you in my next video over on my Patreon. Bye!